Yeah. Oh, only the strong, baby. You know what it is. You already know. Welcome to another edition of Only the Strong TV. You either go hard or you go home, buddy. If you a vet in this game, man, then you already know that this week 4, is what we would consider the second quarter of the season. You pretty much break it down to 3 games a quarter. That puts you just at 12 games, with the exception of the 13th game. But pretty much that's how the vets approach the game. So if you didn't know, now you know. So you might have went 0-3 the first quarter. You might have went 1-2. You might have went 2-1. You might have went 3-0. But there's still 3 more quarters to play. For those who got off to a good start, I want to congratulate y'all. People like me, Champ, who knows what it's like to bite the dust and lose last year and come almost, in last place or at least near the bottom of the league, to come back the following year, man. That's what's so beautiful about football, man. That a losing franchise could come back and make this kind of noise, man. Also want to give shout out to the G-Men and their owner, Mr. Davis. I got word of his remarks and the shout outs he gave certain people, the teams that surprised him. He made mention of banging and his Nostradamus efforts of picking up some of the craziest people and still getting those guys to perform for him. I mean, he's coaching them up. I mean, we kind of expected me, Champ, to do what he's doing because of the draft he had. Still Monkeys is bringing it, and that was expected as well. And Rome, he hollered out, shouted out Money Man, as well as the underdogs, and Michi and his situation, team not looking as solid as it has looked in the past, but every week he's finding a way to win, man. He's like Bill Belichick, man. You know what I'm saying? He might lose his whole secondary, but he's finding a way to win. So let's get in it. We're going to look at the matchups for this week, man. We got some good ones. We got Monkeys going against Battling. We got G-Men going against the Barbecuers, banging against Underdogs. And Money Man against the Champs. Hard Nuts against PJ Cats and the crew. And No Mercy for You going up against them Columbus Gamblers. We're going to start with Young Money and me, Champ. Just peer in on it, see what it look like. Looks like ESPN is giving the nod to me, Champ, over Hilltop Money Men. Looks like your boy me, Champ, has a vicious lineup led by Adrian Peterson, man. Can't go wrong with that. AP, Glenn Coffey, he had him sitting on the bench, so he's going to reap the rewards of Frank Gore being hurt. My condolences goes out to No Mercy for You. I understand you hurting behind the fact that your boy's backup was on me, Champ's bench. But back to the matchup, Matt Schaub, he's been playing out of this world. One observation I just want to make about me, Champs, while he has those dominant receivers in Calvin Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald, they have yet to go off, and he has still managed to win his first 3 games. So, you got to think at some point those guys are going to wake up. He also has Marshawn Lynch coming back, who he's being careful with, and he's just going to be slow about putting him in the lineup. Now, Hilltop Money, man, he decided to switch it up this week, man, and go with Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. Of course, he got the young sensations, the super sophomore, and Chris Johnson, and Brandon Jacobs. That's just a monstrous matchup, there. When you get to the wide receivers, he thins out, gets kind of weak. Steve Smith's not going this week. So he has your boy Roy Will going for the Dallas Cowboys, Hines Ward, a possession receiver. And, of course, he has the Ravens defense. And who do they have this week? They got New England. That should be a low-scoring game. So that's going to be interesting. Moving right along goes to your boy Banging and the Underdogs. Looks like ESPN is giving the nod to the Underdogs by a landslide. I mean, Banging only gets one advantage, and that's coming by way of Willis McGahee over Noshawn Moreno. But Underdogs looking solid. Look at that, man. Look at that. My boy got Philly Rev. He benching Brady again, I guess, since he's going against the Baltimore Ravens. Stevie Slate and Moreno. Then he's going with those two wide receivers and three wideouts, and Gaffney, Jackson, and Cotry. Winslow at the tight end spot, and he has a little faith in the Bengals D. I don't understand how the Bengals can get more love. Well, I guess they are playing Cleveland, so it makes some sense there. Mario Manningham is showing them love, projecting them to have 15. They're giving Phillip Rivers the advantage over Drew Brees. I mean, that's retarded, man. That's why we can't get caught up in this. Anybody that has Drew Brees, man, has a chance. Julius Jones going to bring his game. Even though he's matched up this week against Indianapolis, they're kind of weak. You should be able to run on them. So, personally, feel like Underdogs should take it. I think it's about time for Banging to come back down to earth anyway. So I'm looking for things to level out this week, and so we can start getting some more realistic data, some realistic statistics, instead of this bunker, outlandish stuff that's been going on, man. Next matchup against Hard Nuts and them Cats, man. PJ Cats right now, along with Hard Nuts, both of these cats, man, are 0-3 right now. I'm a little surprised by PJ being at 0-3 because my boy has a solid team, man. He has Trent Edwards starting for him this week, and Michael Turner is on the bye. Looks like he isn't sure about who he's going to start because he has at least 5 guys on the bye. Right now, we know he has a die that could possibly go. Sproles, Percy Harvin. Other than that, it's kind of up in the air as to what PJ is going to do. On his bench, I believe he has a solid quarterback, and he does. He has Eli Manning going up against Kansas City, which is a lovely matchup. He has the option of putting in Brandon Marshall or Bernard Berrian. In that matchup against Hard Nuts. Hard Nuts has been revamping his team. He made a trade here recently with Battling. Bowden was on a bye week. He wanted points right now in an effort to win, so he went and got Braylon Edwards, believing that he would produce more with Derek Anderson starting at quarterback. Has Seth Benson in there at running back. Fred Taylor. Not sure why he took Mark Sanchez out of the starting lineup. I liked Sanchez over Collins because that's more of a passing team. I realize the Saints are tough, in his matchup this week. But, man, Collins is just not that dude, man. He's just not that dude. I give the edge to PJ Cats. Like to see both of them guys get a victory. If we could some way split it in half, I would be rooting for the both of you. Next matchup, man, is between No Mercy for You and Columbus Gamblers. Looks like ESPN is giving the advantage to Columbus Gamblers. And let's look at this. I'll take Manning over Palmer. that Forte Portis. I'll take Forte Portis. They're not even sure if he's going to play, man. Ocho Cinco for No Mercy for You. Tashard Choice is going to get some reps in. But hopefully he doesn't get too many because my boy is back, Marion the Barbarian. I have to give the nod to your boy Columbus Gamblers, man. He got Randy Moss, Steve Smith, who's coming on along with Mario Manningham in New York, Antonio Gates, the Bears D, Donald Driver. Man, I picked Columbus Gamblers in that matchup, man. Next matchup, which might be tabbed, is the game of the week. It's between the G-Men and the Gamblers, man. And right now I'm up against it with just 15 seconds. So I got to get back at you with that video. We'll pick up right where we left off. Peace. I'm out.